Good morning, everyone. I've got my t-shirt, my Perfect Body Now Fitness Bootcamp t-shirt going on. If you want one, please feel free to get with me and I'll provide you one for our cost so you can look cool at boot camp and rock out your body. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you another one of my favorite recipes that is part of that 3-day cleanse that you heard me doing by Danette May. This is one of the other shakes that I love. And so basically it is purified water, cacao powder, kefir, it's like a low-fat yogurt, kind of a probiotic, and avocado, banana, and kale. And so purified water obviously is going, or distilled water is going to be better for you, and it's not going to have all those impurities and chemicals in them. So we got 1 cup of water already in there, and then we've got 1 banana. And I know I always tell you guys, don't eat bananas if you're trying to lose weight, but if you're lifting really heavy weights and you're trying to burn body fat, you can have bananas not on a daily basis, but you can have them on a regular basis. And then we've got half of an avocado, and then we've got 2 tablespoons of the cacao powder, which gives it that yummy chocolate taste. And then we've got the kale. And I always put the water in first, and then I pour the, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, kefir, anyway. Kefir is what I would say. But anyways, so that is the dealio. And then if you want to throw some ice chunks in there, you can. So I'm going to pause this during the blend. All right, so I blended up our wonderful chocolate delight. It's got the fats that we need in it from the avocado, and it looks like a chocolate dreamy milkshake. Bottoms up. So if you haven't done these before, the first time you taste them, they're not the most amazing drink because you're used to drinking regular milkshakes that have a ton of sugar in them. So at first you're going to be like, this is not good. This is so not good. But I promise you, as you continue to clean up your diet, they will taste and begin to be wonderful to you. And they are wonderful to your body. Each one of those ingredients have additional benefits that you cannot get on your own. You must get them from the earth and from these companies that clean up they don't pump the antibiotics into the cows for that kefir. That is a organic drink, and so you're getting all of the things that you need from these different animal products that are not contaminated, so you're going to be able to burn off that belly fat. And then all that hard work that you do is going to actually start to show up, and you're going to look different than you did before because you've done the most important part of a body transformation besides working out, is putting in the proper nutrients to restore and help those muscles to build. Anyway, looking forward to 3TV coming out on Monday, August 22nd, from 8 to 10. I've put together a video for those that are going to be working out between 8 and 10. If you have not RSVP'd, please do so that you can be sent the tutorial video. It will only be sent to the people who've RSVP'd to be at that workout. Otherwise, you're going to show up and not know what you're doing, and you're going to be really confused while the camera's running. So please send that out. You'll get a complimentary t-shirt for coming out and supporting us. We are so grateful for this opportunity to share why my Perfect Body Now Fitness Boot Camps has been the longest running co-ed boot camp in Arizona. It is not because of me. It is not. I do have a part in the fact that I don't quit and that I'm very loyal and I keep showing up. And you guys hopefully are getting good, fun workouts. That's my portion. But the boot camp works because of all of the amazing people in it. You guys are incredible. The type of personalities that are drawn to a boot camp are all very similar. You're really the hard workers of society. You are great family-oriented people. You're very loyal friends, and you get the job done in life. You are no excuses personalities, and that's why it's so incredible to be around all of you. And we are all grateful to be able to show up each day in the park and not have to wonder, hey, who am I going to work out with today? You know, we're already there. We're already there to support one another, and we already know what the workout's going to be because I've got that covered for you. You never have to go, what am I going to do today? And if you've never used our free 4-week offer, we opened it up early just for this television broadcast. So we're going to allow people to start on Monday the 4-week free offer. If you prefer to wait till after the hype and all the big response that's going to come from the 3TV, we'll have a new free 4-week offer opening up on the 29th. And you can sign up for that one after the thing has kind of died down this week. And if you want to start Monday the 29th, there is another opportunity to take advantage of your free 4-week offer at that time. Some of you have asked, can my kids participate? I have not openly advertised why I do not offer the free 4-week offer to 21 and under. It's only to 21 and over. When I very first put these boot camps together, unfortunately, I had this idea that I could have, well, I had a great idea, which is families can work out together. Husbands, wives, kids, and you can change your children's lives by working out in front of them and having them want to work out with you. The only problem is that adults abuse the program and we're dropping their kids off without them staying with their kids. And we had children that were suffering from emotional problems, who were battling with depression, cutting, drug use, slipping away with their boyfriend after their parents dropped them off. I am not a babysitter. I'm there to train people, and I'm there to train people who want to be there. So I can't have parents dropping off kids that the kids think, that they're fine in their life, but their parents think that they're fat. Unfortunately, parents, and this happened to me, I allowed myself to be caught into the Costco craze of buying Famous Amos boxes for, what you put into a vending machine in my home. And my kids' cheese nips, fruit roll-ups, all that stuff was in mass bulk when my little girls were tiny. And they were, as they got older, between the ages of 8, 9, and 10, and mom's not supervising them as much because I'm excited that I don't have to watch them like a helicopter parent because they've gotten older. All of a sudden, they're realizing if they want a snack and it tasted good, they can go over there and they can get into the cupboard and grab it whenever they want. And that's when those bad habits are starting to be formed, is when you think that your kids are making good choices because they're older, they start forming those bad habits. The worst thing you can do as a parent is to tell your child they're fat. It is more than likely what you have done, and so it's your responsibility to clean it up. And so with my daughter, at different times they both had gained weight when they were little, and that was my doing, and it was my putting those foods in front of them and them not understanding. Of course, I'm a divorced woman. They have 2 different households, but when they're at my home, I don't know what's going on anywhere else. I just wanted to teach them how to eat right in my home. I stopped going to Costco and buying the big, huge bulk bad stuff that's unhealthy that ultimately I kept dipping into, and then I felt fatter. One time somebody even said to me, if the Doritos aren't good enough for you, then why are they good enough for your child? And I thought, wow, my children are precious to me. I do not want them eating Doritos. So I'm grateful for these little things that I've learned along the way, and I want to pass that information on to you so that you can help your children. How I combated that with my children is I did protein powder in the morning before they went to school, because protein is going to be a great way of getting them that boost in the morning to carry them throughout their throughout their workload of school. They are sitting in desks all day long for that time that they're at school. I was reading a great article somebody posted the other day about a teacher that was shadowing students, and she realized she was exhausted at the end of school because she sat in every class just listening to somebody talk and talk and talk, kind of like you guys are doing to me right now. But you know what? If you start your child with a protein powder, I use BioTrust and Pro 17. These are 2 excellent powders. BioTrust you got to order online, and they're going to constantly hit you and try to get you to buy more and more and more. And they're always going to tell you it's the only time they're doing the sale, and it's kind of frustrating dealing with people like that, but their product is amazing. And if you have a little bit of protein powder into this drink right here, your child's going to have all the nutrients they need, and it's going to taste yummy. Without the protein powder in there, it's not going to be something your kids are going to like unless you get their palate adjusted to that early on. I hope you found this information enjoyable. My daughters did drop their weight. They were lean all through their all through their school years. It's just an amazing what just changing one thing in the morning and then with the food and not having the food in the home so that they could eat it, how much that changed their lives. And they were very grateful for that. Also wearing yoga pants and wearing non-zipper pants, stretchy pants. You'll never know, and your children will never know, that they are gaining weight if they are always wearing baggy clothing and they're wearing tight, if they're wearing loose, like drawstring type clothes or elastic band clothing. And the same thing goes for us. If you're running around all day long in yoga pants like I used to do, I couldn't tell that I was gaining weight. If I put on a pair of jeans or a pair of capris or anything with a zipper and a button, I can tell that I'm getting bad into some behaviors that are making my waist expand, and I can reel it in. So anyway, hope that you find this valuable. Sign up online for the free 4-week offer. Become back as an old member. We have a 10-week now reduced down, or 12-week now reduced down to 9 weeks for $150. We'd love to have you back. We miss you. Have a great weekend. Bye.